All right, so in today's video, we're going to be going over more than 20 stratagems that you can unlock at level 10 or lower. Make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe button for more videos like this. Now, we're going to get right into it, guys. Now, first of all of the machine guns, the machine gun, the stalwart, and the heavy machine gun can be unlocked at level 2 or lower. All of these are really good and actually have different functionalities depending on your play style. I'm not going to get it too much into that, but yeah, make sure you guys check those out. Now, the AMR is like a super strong sniper rifle that you can use. You can unlock this at level 2 as well. It's actually really good against the bots. It does decently well against the bugs. Also, as long as you're running something like a light armor and maybe the jump pack along with it, so you can create some space between yourself and the enemy. Now we get down to the expendable anti-tank or the EAT. You unlock this at level 3. And it's like having two rocket launchers that you can drop down every 70 seconds, which is insane. You can actually cover the entire playing field with these and have them pretty much at your disposal. They can take out just about anything in the entire game with one or two shots. It's actually really amazing. Now we get down to the recoils rifle, and you unlock this at level 5, which is kind of crazy as well. This is like having an EAT, but you have the ammo on your back. Now, the only downside to this is the cooldown time is 480 seconds. So it does take a while to call in another one, but it's still really, really good. And you unlock it at such a low level, it's actually amazing. Now, we also have the flamethrower, which you unlock at level 10. This is the bug killer. You're going to see a lot of other videos as well as mine talking about the flamethrower and how it's like, basically the meta weapon, especially against the bugs. Not as great against the bots, but it can still put in some work over there if you're really smart with it. But yeah, let's move on, guys. The autocannon, this is my personal favorite. You unlock this at level 10. It is probably the most well balanced support weapon in the entire game. You can use it against smaller enemies, hordes of smaller enemies. You can also use it against a lot of the bigger opponents as well. It really has no weaknesses, especially since you get like 60 shots with it or something like that. It's absolutely insane. Now, we go down to where's it at? The orbital Gatling barrage. This is absolutely one of my favorite stratagems in the entire game, especially since it's been buffed recently. Not the last patch, I think it was the patch before that. They buffed this and it does so much work. You drop this down on a bug breach or a bot drop, and it takes out hordes and hordes of enemies. And the low cooldown time on it is actually crazy. You can actually drop this down, and about 5 seconds after it's done shooting all of the rounds, you can actually you'll have another one up, which was kind of crazy because that's how long it actually lasts. So next we're gonna get into the 120 and the 380 millimeter barrage. Now the 120 you unlock at level 5 and the 380 you unlock at level 8. Now these are kind of similar, but not really. They're kind of like these artillery salvos that drop down, and the 120 is in a smaller area, and the 380 is in a little bit of a bigger area, but they do massive damage. These are really great for taking out bug holes, as well as the stations over at the bug side. They're really cool. Um, and then you have the walking barrage, which is like these huge explosions that come down from the sky, and they go. It's called a walking barrage because they kind of go in a straight line, a linear line, and they're actually really cool as well. You unlock those at level 10. But yeah, let's get into the next one here. We also have where's it at? if I can find it. The Eagle Cluster Bomb. Now, these are really great for taking out smaller enemies and like groups of smaller enemies. As you can see over there in the little clip that they have going on from Arrowhead, it takes them out really quickly, and you get 5 of these, and you also unlock it at level 3, which is really cool. Now we have the Eagle Napalm Airstrike. This is one of my personal favorites over on the bug side. It sets the entire field on fire, doing damage over time. And you also unlock this at level 5 as well. And yeah, it does a ton of damage to medium and smaller size enemies. And it's pretty cool for sure. Now we go on to the jump pack, which is one of the coolest backpacks you can have in the game. As you can see there, it literally does exactly what it says. You unlock it at level 8, and yeah, you basically jump around. It's a lot of fun. Not the most practical stratagem in the game, but it makes the game more fun. Um, it was knocked down a peg when we got the dark fluid mission, and we were able to experiment a little bit with the dark fluid backpack, which was like the jump pack on steroids, to be honest. So yeah, yeah, that's a pretty cool stratagem as well. Then you have the Eagle 110 millimeter rocket pods. Now these things are pretty OP. They can take out like pretty much anything in the game as long as you angle them right. Um, they can take out like Bile Titans, Hulks, tanks, things like that. You unlock these at level 10 as well. So yeah, they're pretty cool for sure. Now, this is one of my personal favorites, and the fact that you unlock it at level 1 is actually insane. The Orbital Precision Strike is just a monster. It is a absolute monster. You can take out Bile Titans, Hulks, tanks, the whole nine. The only thing I don't think it takes out in one shot is the Factory Striders. But yeah, it does damage them for sure. Um, I haven't seen it anyway. I haven't seen anybody take it out in one shot. But yeah, this can kill pretty much anything as long as you can time it right. The cooldown time on it is 90 seconds, which is actually insane as well. Next, we got the Orbital Gas Strike. You unlock that at level 3. Yeah, the, the upgrades that they did to the gas with the last war bond, the Chemical Agents war bond, is really cool. Um, what gas does now to the enemies is confuses them and blinds them. So sometimes they actually attack each other, which is really actually kind of funny to watch. Uh, and this works on the bugs and the bots as well. Now, I did notice that it kills the bugs a little bit quicker. But yeah, it's still fun to use on either one. It's a really cool stratagem. Make sure you guys check that out. What do we have next? Let me see here. Oh, the supply pack. The supply pack is absolutely insane. You unlock it at level 3. It's basically like having a resupply on your back. You can resupply up to 4 times, either yourself or your teammates. You resupply with the ammo, the stims, the grenades, and it's just a really cool backpack to have for sure. I definitely give it an A plus. Um, and you can actually use this with the grenade launcher, the any of the machine guns, and it really balances out between each other. And the grenade launcher, speaking of, is unlocked at level 5, and this thing is absolutely amazing, especially for early game players. You can take out hordes of enemies, you can take out bug holes, bot fabricators, groups of bots. It does not matter. This thing is actually so overpowered at this point. They keep buffing it too, which is kind of crazy. Now we'll move on to the laser cannon. This is a support weapon that has unlimited ammo as long as you don't overheat it. And with the recent buffs to laser weapons, it actually sets the enemies on fire as well. You unlock it at level 5, which is really cool. And yeah, I highly recommend the laser cannon. It's really cool. Yeah, make sure you guys check that out. And oh, one of the last stratagems we're going to be going over is the Guard Dog Rover backpack. It's a laser, but it's also a drone that kind of floats over top of you, and it can really help you out by protecting you against different hordes of enemies and stuff like that. The only downside to the rover is it will kill your teammates just as quickly as it kills your opponents, which does kind of suck. Now, if you're one of those type of players that likes to kind of go off on their own and like do side objectives and stuff like that, then this is definitely one of the better stratagems that you can bring in for sure. And last but not least, we have where's it at? The orbital Gatling sentry. Unlock this at level 5 as well. It's one of my favorite sentries in the entire game. Does a ton of damage in a very short amount of time, and the cooldown time on it is only 180 seconds. 180 seconds, which is really awesome as well. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. For more videos like this, make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe button. I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.